Hi there! This week's project is a beautiful heart soap. Making at home can be so much fun and it really doesn't need lots of experience, so it's perfect for beginners. The things that you'll need are really simple, but I am using a beautiful new mould and I'm so excited to show you. And although I think this particular theme is perfect for Valentine's Day, it's honestly something that could be used all year round. Hearts are popular all year round. This particular mould is a heart mould, but it's not just any heart mould. It's a cube mould, a brand new one with little bits still inside. So always check your moulds, even if they're brand new, because you never know whether there are going to be little tiny specks in your molds, just like this one. Tiny little specks of dust, but they really will show up when you make your soap, so always check them. Even if they've been sitting in a clean cupboard, just double check. Okay, so these molds are stunning. Absolutely, I am in love with them. They make up a little cube mold, but the whole cube is covered in these gorgeous hearts. And although this is a cube, it's not massive. It's only about no more than 2 inches in each direction. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. You can buy these in a ton of places, and I'll put a couple of links underneath the description for you. I don't know how much soap this holds because it is the first time I've used this particular mould. So I'm going to show you how I calculate how much soap I need for a new mould. And this could be really helpful for any type of mould that you're using yourself. So I'm placing the mould onto the scales and I'm going to press the 0 or tear button. And then I'm just going to take regular water and I'm going to fill my mould with water to see how much it holds. And I've learnt that when I'm using glycerin soap base, it's pretty much the same amount as when I'm using water. So this is just over 180 grams. I'm going to put just a tiny bit extra in because you never get everything out of the jug. And I'm doing 2 of them, so we'll double that up. But the first thing I need to do is to make sure that this mould is completely dry before we move forward and make anything. And for that, I'm actually going to flip it completely inside out and just make sure that I actually dry all of those little cavities, because if they stay wet, there's a chance that I could actually not get a perfect finish to the soap. We only need to do this once and then we can just write down how much it weighed, and we know every time that we make it what we need, which is great. I need to weigh off my 400 grams of soap. We are going to be using glycerin soap base today, melt and pour soap base, and this generally comes in a 1 kilo block or a 2 pound block depending on where you live, and it's really easy to work with. You just need to cut it down into small chunks, and I'm super lucky because my husband cuts it all down for me, but it really won't take you very long to cut that down into little pieces. But don't try and just use a large block without cutting it down. And I'm going to pop this into the microwave on a low heat. I don't want this to be on a medium heat or even a high heat, just a low heat so it doesn't overheat at all. And we're going to bring it back out of the microwave just before it's completely melted, so there will be a few little chunks still in there. Now, while we're melting our soap down, we can choose our fragrance oil and get that weighed off. And I've got 2 choices, so I'm going to pick one, but I would love to know which of the 2 you would have picked. One called Pandoras Box. The other one that I could use is Lovespell. And of course, this particular one is a heart soap. So I think either of these would work really well. So let me know. I'm going to put the little poll up at the top of the screen. Let me know which you would go for. Would you go for Pandora's Box or would you go for Lovespell? So I'm going to weigh my fragrance oil out. I'm just using a little coffee stirrer just to stop it from pouring absolutely everywhere. Or if you've got an alternative fragrance that you think would really suit this project well, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear different fragrance options that you like too. So let's take the temperature on this. We're at 65 degrees Celsius or 149.5 Fahrenheit. So I'm going to add in my colour. I'm going to add 2 colours to this one. I'm going to add liquid colours rather than mica colours. I'm just going to start with 1 drop, and I'm also going to add a little bit of a different pink to it. I'll show you this one first so you can see the colour that's given us, and actually just that 1 drop giving us a really lovely soft pink. You do want a little bit more colour, and I'm going to add a little bit of one that's called Red Violet, which is more of a Barbie pink compared to this, and I think the 2 together are going to work really nicely. I store my little colour bottles just in an ice cream tub, actually, just a little paper ice cream tub, but if you ever get any leaks or drips on them, it goes in there and not all over the place. And then I'm just going to add in my fragrance oil. Now I've used 2% fragrance oil because I wanted a really nice strong scent. I have to say it's beautiful. And I'm going to pour it nice and low, just in one place, and allow it to just flow into all of those areas in the mould. Take it right to the top. Get rid of those bubbles with a quick spray on the top. The other one. Literally the perfect amount for making 2 of these gorgeous heart soaps. These are going to take just a few hours, literally, to set. They won't take very long at all, and we'll be able to unmould them. And they can be used straight away, and that's one of the beauties of using a glycerin soap base like this. This particular mould, I think, is just so pretty. I'd like to use this again later in the year, and I'm thinking of using it for cancer awareness, breast cancer in particular. I think the colour and the style of it would really make an impactful soap. Can't wait to unmould this with you and share it with you. They really do look absolutely beautiful. Look at that gorgeous heart design. I think it's a really lovely mould. I can see this being done in cold process soap. Definitely going to use it for my candles as well. Don't they look absolutely beautiful? And from every angle, they just look stunning. I'd love to know what you think. Doesn't that just look so pretty? And the really lovely thing about this is that all you need is the mould, and the supplies are so simple. You can literally go to any craft store or even somewhere like Walmart and pick up the supplies that you need and make this beautiful soap literally in a couple of hours. I hope that you enjoyed this project, and I can't wait to see you again with us really soon. Bye bye for now.